Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, March 30th, 2023, and we have some bad news coming from the Strat, Anthony.
Another parking charge.
Wow.
Yeah, Stratosphere, or Strat. It's now called the Strat.
I'm shocked.
I am too.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute, but we'll talk about the particulars. Apparently, not all the information's out about this yet, but apparently this will begin April 3rd.
Okay.
And there will be a $6 charge for the first 4 hours.
Okay.
And then if you go beyond 4, anywhere from 5 to 24 will be $12. This is during the week. Then on weekends, it'll be a little bit more, $8 for the first 4 hours and $15 for 24 hours.
I mean, you're talking about like Caesars Entertainment prices.
What might be worse about this is, again, not all the information is out yet, but all of these places, even Caesars and MGM, have sort of a grace period from 1 to 3 hours.
Right, they do.
And something for locals. And in the information that I was able to find, we were able to dig up, we don't see anything like that.
Yeah,
so
that's
I mean,
bad.
if they're going to make it so you can't even run in to make a sports bet, or if you're a local, you can't go into whatever, grab something, maybe a quick bite or whatever, I think they're going to have a lot of trouble with this.
Well, I'm really disappointed because I hang at the Strat. So I'm talking right to the Strat because, I like to go to the Top of the World restaurant. I like to go to the LA Comedy Club. And, this is not good.
Well, think about it. Why would somebody pay to park there? When you're on the Strip, you go, okay, I'm going to be on the Strip. I want to move around a little bit. If I have to pay, I have to pay.
Yeah.
But what are you going to pay to park for unless you're going only to the Strat? I mean, you can go across the street to the Spearmint Hippo, or you can, walk over to Dino's for karaoke. And
I like Dino's.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, really, they're gonna make you pay just to park at the Strat, to stay at the Strat, and I don't think that's going to go over very well.
Yeah, not cool. The Strat's got a lot of great things going for it. Don't ruin it by charging for parking.
I think the horse has left the barn on this one.
Jeez, maybe a price reduction.
April 3rd.
All right, and Anthony, let's talk March Madness for a little bit. March Madness actually came to town here in Vegas last week, and it was busy.
Yeah, it was. It was, kind of the harbinger of things to come, right? I mean, when they have these big events, you couldn't move there.
Yeah, well, especially at T-Mobile Arena where it took place.
Yeah, and with and what was going on with what's going on right now with the Tropicana and all, the traffic situation there, it was pretty miserable.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that were there in town. I had some friends in town, and they wouldn't come out. They didn't want to leave their hotel because they didn't want to deal with it.
Well, I don't blame you. And even for the locals, that Tropicana freeway is really a hiccup right now.
Yeah, it's rough. But anyway, so on to the Final Four now. They left Vegas. Here are the numbers. UConn is a favorite at -145. San Diego State +425. That's 4 1/4 to 1. Miami +450. So they're kind of equal. And then Florida Atlantic is a long shot at about +600.
All right. And then we had some exciting time watching March Madness last week.
Well, the big news was the big upset, which was Farley Dickinson upsetting Purdue as 23-point underdogs.
That was pretty
and
wild.
They went outright. This is the first time, only the second time in history that a number 16 seed beat a number 1.
Okay.
So anybody, and typically, there were some people I know who actually bet on Purdue laying 4,500.
Ooh.
Meaning they'd like to win $100, you'd have to bet $4,500.
Wow.
So they lost $4,500 on that game.
That's incredibly unlucky.
Yeah, it's very unlucky.
Yeah.
The other side, those who took Farley Dickinson were getting about 16 to 1.
Wow,
so
now that's
kind of nice.
Pretty lucky.
That's
a great bet.
Put 100 down there and knock off 1,600. Not bad.
All right, so everybody wants to know, Anthony, who do you think's going to take it all this year? Who's going to win?
Well, Connecticut look really strong, and they're not the big favorite for nothing. So I guess Connecticut looks the likely choice there.
Okay. All right, so last week we talked about the Downtown Grand Blackjack Tournament that's actually going to be going on weekly on Thursdays. So, Anthony, you entered last week. How did you do?
I did play it. Everybody was like, tell us about it. Tell us about it. So, I'm going to tell you about it. Downtown Grand Thursday starts at 3 p.m., $25 center.
Okay.
I played it like a donkey.
Okay.
I really did. I played it like a donkey. I haven't played these in years and years and years. And I made a couple of mistakes. I still made the final table.
Okay.
But they paid 3 places, and I took last.
Okay.
So I took 6. I went out aggressively and probably too aggressively too soon. and lost 3 hands in a row, and boom, I was out.
Okay, so donkey, you for a donkey, Anthony. So on the good foot, let's just say, you made the final table, and you entered the tournament. You made the final table, and you came in the money.
I had to rebuy for $25 because
right.
my first table bet wasn't perfect.
Okay,
and it's just a matter of having not played in 20 years.
How long can you rebuy for?
Oh, it's one rebuy.
Okay,
all right. So at most you're going to be out $50. But hey, look, it was fun.
Okay,
it was fun, and I'll tell you what, the players there, there was probably about 20, 25.
Oh, 25 entrants.
Yeah, I think it'll go higher and higher. I think first prize was 500.
Oh wow. Yeah, I figured there'd be more people.
Well, I think there will as time goes by and more people play. But I've got to go back and play because I got to redeem myself. I walked out of there with my head hung. I was like,
yeah,
man.
I could tell you're bummed about it. Okay, you're bummed about the mistakes you made. You want to go back there and
play it again.
Yeah, redemption, baby.
But it's fun. It's fun.
All right.
And one more thing about that, we talked about strategy, and I mentioned an article that I wrote called Beyond Wong. And a few people in the comments asked, where can I find it?
Yeah.
And I kept putting up the link to it, and the link kept disappearing.
Oh, wow.
And this has been happening with a few things. So, I mean, some of you have gotten mad. I've actually gotten some letters going, some email going, why did you delete my comment? Didn't delete it. I didn't delete these things. They're deleting themselves. We're getting to the bottom of it, of how it's, the admin works for that.
Yeah.
But we're not deleting your posts, and we're not ignoring you. What we did is we put it in the description box, and we'll do that again this week. So if anyone's interested in playing, you can read these tournament tips called Beyond Wong.
Okay. You heard it here. I have one more question about the tournament. Is there a max cap of entries? They can only take 100 entries?
Yeah, there probably will be. I don't know what it is, but they're a long way from it right now.
Okay,
so apparently they told me they can actually expand the number of tables. They had 3 tables going.
Okay.
Or they had 2 tables going, and they can expand it to 4 or 6, I think, if they need it.
And how long did it take to get to the final table?
It was an hour and a half.
Oh, great.
It was done in an hour and a half.
Okay.
It's fun. It's a fun time.
Like it or love it, Adele has announced what, Anthony?
She's coming back.
Yeah.
And every time we talk about Adele, everyone goes, "Who cares?" I don't want to pay for that. But a lot of people, think she's pretty terrific. She did 34 shows.
Yeah.
Did them all. Didn't cancel on anything. Sold them all out. 4,000 seat stadium, and she's coming back for 34 more, which will run between June 16th and November 4th. So that's it, quickie. For you Adele lovers, for you Adele haters, you can tell us, quit telling you about Adele.
Well, I've had people say that they just love the show, that it's fantastic, that it's so good. Yeah. So,
everyone I've talked to have gone says it's spectacular if you got a few $100s to burn.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do we have an idea of what they're going to cost, the ticket prices?
They run all the way from $250 to $2,500 and more.
To thousands,
They
okay.
go crazy.
All right, so if you got thousands of dollars and you want to see Adele, it's a great show. Now this one, when we talk about food and food deals in town, I'm actually really excited about this one. What is going on, Anthony, with the Thai food scene in Las Vegas?
Well, the Thai food scene is great here. I mean, if you like Thai food, I put this town up against just about anybody. And, that's predominantly because of one place, Lotus of Siam.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everybody talks about. And Lotus just opened. We talked about them opening a restaurant for the first time in a casino at Red Rock a couple months ago. And now they have just announced they're going to open a 4th Lotus of Siam in Vegas, down in Henderson.
That's exciting.
So, not till next year.
Okay.
But, now they've got the original and commercial center, which is east of the Strip, on Sahara. They've got the second one, which was on East Flamingo, the third one at Red Rock, and now there'll be this one down in Henderson.
Yeah.
But it's not just, that's why we talk about this. We wanted to talk about this because it's not just about Lotus. I mean, there's just some really good Thai restaurants here. Archie's Thai, Weera Thai.
I order Weera a lot because it's near the office.
Weera is excellent, Weera. Kamal, which is in that same place where the original Lotus was.
I haven't been there.
Yeah, it's called Commercial Center. There's a place downtown called Le Thai. Very, very good. And, and my second favorite next to Lotus, one I've just discovered called Pin Kao.
Oh, okay.
And that's Pinkaow. There's one on the east side, one on the west side. These are all tremendous. Now we've got some we're not so crazy about. I mean, the new one Night Plus Market.
I want to try that one at Virgin.
At Virgin, I wasn't crazy about it.
Okay.
I went and ate. Now they've got this Thai chicken sandwich, which is insane. I mean, you can see it on the screen.
Okay.
And good luck eating that thing.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty tasty. It's pretty good, but it's aside from that, I'd go for these others: Pin Cow, Archie's, Weira, Kamal, or Lei Tai. As well as, of course, Lotus of Siam.
Now, Lei Tai's cool because that's a downtown play. So
And it's kind of a hipster place.
Okay.
And it's right there on Fremont Street on the main drag.
All right.
And it's crowded every night. They got some hot dishes there and some cold Thai beer. Man, it's pretty good.
So this week's jackpot of the week, Anthony was on a deadline pinch, right?
Yeah, I've got just a couple days to get the newsletter in. So rather than research this, we thought we'd just tell a story.
All right, so here's a little jackpot of the week, story of the week. I am at the Palms, and I'm walking, and I see a machine just going off and off and off and free games. And I'm thinking, well, how many free games does this guy have? So I walk up, and I look. I see he's got 200 free games, Anthony.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anybody with 200 free games?
Well, not really, but I mean the free game element is a big deal in the new slots. That's for sure.
That's what you're going for. You're going to get that free games, and sometimes they can multiply, you get more and more.
Right, free games beget free games.
Exactly.
We get jackpots.
Yes.
On and on and on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I walk over and I start talking to him, and as I'm talking, I go, "How many games do you have?" He goes, "Dude, I have 200 games," and he's drinking. We're having a good time, and he looks at me, and goes, "You're Andrew from LVA," and I go, "Yeah."
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. It's fun to get recognized, but then it was also like, he thinks that I'm like this guy who just, goes around and starts talking to strangers that have, jackpots going on. And guess what? I am that guy.
Well, I've got to come clean here. I don't know anything about this game, China Mystery.
Yeah.
I called a few people I know who play these advantage slots. A lot of them have the free game elements. Nobody knew the game either. So it's probably just a regular slot machine, although I don't know that for sure.
I don't know anything about it, but it looks like a lot of fun. And knowing you can get almost 300 free games on it, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, that there are slot machines out there now that have an advantage play element to them. And we're actually coming out with a book soon, the third edition of Gambling 102 by Michael, the Wizard of Oz Shackelford, where there's a whole new chapter, 25 pages, on advantage slots.
Okay. And
he actually talks specifically about when is a good time to play 9 different games like Ocean Magic, Scarab, Hexbreaker, that sort of thing. So, China Mystery, I don't know anything about it. I just know it's a funny story. It's kind of cool. You got recognized.
Sometimes you can get a lot of free play and not make a lot of money. For instance, even with the nearly almost 300 games that he had, he only made $108. Now, given he had a 30-cent bet, so that's not very much either. So.
Well, yeah, that's not bad. If on a 30-cent bet to cash out 108, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So not bad at all. Kind of like hitting a couple of 4 of a kinds on a video poker machine, right?
Not a bad day for Jason P.
Right.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Anything to add, Anthony?
Back to the computer for me. Finish the newsletter. That's about it. See you next week.
Las Vegas Advisor deadline, baby. See you next week.